If you're a leader and you're not experiencing pain, you're not doing your job. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your leadership coach, Glassstein, with another message that could take your leadership to the next level. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to lead through pain. Pain. Welcome back. Hey, I wanted to take some time right now and really go into leading with pain. And I wanted to tell you my story, my experience of leading through pain that's going on right now. And hopefully it may help you or encourage you to continue, to not quit, but to persevere, to go through the pain, because on the other side is success. On the other side is fulfillment. On the other side, you're going to be developing other leaders because people are watching you. Your team is watching you. Your family is watching you. Those people that's part of your ministry is watching you. The people that you volunteer your time to are watching you. So everyone wins when a leader get better, right? So we understand that we're going through COVID-19. So we're going through a crisis where leaders have lost teams, businesses have disappeared, customers are not coming in as we would like to buy our products and services, and we're feeling pain. We have to lay off. I was talking to a friend of mine today. He has to make a decision to lay off some of his workers, which he doesn't want to do during this time. I mean, just a bunch of pain. So let me tell you my story. So my mom is going through just a very hellish time of her life where she's under heavy medication. She's just not doing well at all, and she has to have a nurse or doctor supervision 24 hours a day. She had a stroke, and that really hurt me. I mean, to my core, because everyone that knows me knows I'm a mama's boy. And to see my strong, powerful mom be reduced to this small being that's hurting, and that's just seems so helpless. And I feel helpless that I can't really help her. All I can do is pray and just keep the faith that everything is going to be okay. So I'm feeling all of this inside of me, but yet I have to go to work. I have to engage my team. There's projects. I'm a cybersecurity analyst by trade, for those of you that don't know. And I still have deliverables. I still have deliverables that clients are expecting from us, from our team. These are million dollar contracts. This is no joke. This is for the for military. This is for the Pentagon. This is for the HHS. I mean, these for organizations, government institutions that have paid millions of dollars for a defense contractor like myself to come in, set up a team, and build a certain infrastructure and deliver the results. So how do I process all this pain so that I can continue to be effective? I can continue to have an impact, not only on the business for my clients, but have an impact for my team. So I wrote down 7 things that I do, and I wanted to share those 7 things with you, if I may. The first thing that I do is that I decide that I'm going to deal with whatever it is that's hurting me straight on. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't exist. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't hurt. I'm not going to pretend that I don't feel sad. I'm not going to pretend that it's not happening. I'm going to face it straight up. And I'm not going to make it more than it is. You know, my mom is sick. I love my mom. That's it. I just accept it. That's what it is. She's sick right now, and sick people get better. That's my mindset. I look at the problem. You know, some of us, we try to tell ourselves these lies and say, okay, it's not really that bad, or we make up these stories, which is a better word. We make up these stories, or sometimes we make it worse than it is. Oh my God, we get into this. Oh my God, you know, my mom is gonna. You don't know that. I just look at the problem for what it is. She's not feeling well. I love her. I'm praying for her. And I'm hoping for the best. Look at the problem head on. Decide to face the fear. No matter how it looks, no matter if it's your business, no matter if it's your relationship, face it. Face it. Face it, and understand when you face it, the next step will be revealed to you. If it's not, then just continue on with your life until that next step comes to you, whatever that next step may be. You may be in a relationship where the next step is that relationship needs to end, or you guys need to separate, or you may be having a health issue that you may need to change your diet somewhat. That's the next step. Always look for that next step forward, but you can't get to that next step until you look the problem square in the face. Number 2, you have to be the kind of leader that understands how to develop a culture. What do I mean by that? The people around you, they need to be supportive. You need to build a culture of values that you believe in, that your people espouse. You see what I'm saying? It has to be like on my team, we have a culture that we're free to be vulnerable. We're free to be human. We're free to make mistakes. You know, if you make a mistake, you're not going to get called out. People are going to be asking, you know, how can we help? So I feel quite comfortable letting my team know what's going on in my life, that they're going to be supportive. Because why? Because as a leader, I went first. I'm always supporting them. I'm always there. My office door is always open to talk, to listen sometimes. Sometimes I don't do the talking. Sometimes I just listen. You have to build that culture, whether it's in your family structure, whether it's your corporate office, whether it's your entrepreneurial team, your team of entrepreneurs, whether it's the little league that you coach on the weekends, you have to build that culture where people care about people, and people know that that organization is not about robots and mechanisms, that it's about real human beings. Number 3, you have to understand that there's different levels of pain. And what do I mean that there's different levels of pain? There's a level 1 that I call step up. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, with the pain that I'm feeling, it encouraged me to step up. It encouraged me to be a better leader. It encouraged me to know that this will, no matter how this ends, it will make me a better leader. Now, there's step 2. Is step aside. As a leader, sometimes we need to take a break. Sometimes a relationship issue can get so bad that we can't function. You know, a death in the family or a friend can hurt so much that we just need some time. We just need some time out. And it's okay. It's okay if you need some time out. You're a human being. You hurt. You know, it hurts. It's okay if you need some time out. The third step is sometime you have to step out. Yes, sometimes you have to step out or step down. Sometimes we cause the hurt. We cause our own hurt. You know, we can go into how some leaders have, you know, been in the paper for certain type of behavior, certain type of misconducts, and they have to step down. That's a pain that, to as a leader, to stay on the team, to stay in the organization would hurt the organization more than it would if you just, you know, step down and left. I mean, because that's it. But we're talking about stepping up, and we're talking about stepping aside. You have to make that determination. What is that pain telling you? Is it telling you to step up? Is this going to make you better? Whichever one, step 1, step 2, step 3, it's going to make you better. But the most important question is it going to make your team better? Is it going to make your organization better? So you want to always look at if you need to step up, if you need to step aside, or if you need to step down. All right. Now, number 4, understand that the reality of the organization is that it's made up of a bunch of people. It's made up of a bunch of humans. It's people care more than you think. You know, I mean, you know, as as curious as people are, some people really do care. And we all have things that we go through in our lives. We all have periods in our lives where things are just not going well. And it's going to happen to you too. You know, when you step in and you say and you claim this leadership role, don't think it's just going to be fun and games all the time. It's not going to be corner offices and you know, company cars and laptops and all this stuff and cell phones and all these perks. No, a lot of leadership, it's a bunch of pain. It's a bunch of putting out fires. You know, it's a bunch of sacrifice. And as humans, we feel that stuff. And you got to come to realize that you don't have all the answers, that you're not always the strongest person. You got to come to get in touch with that vulnerable side of you and let people see it. Let people see it and let them feel it. No, let people pat you in the back and say it's gonna be okay. You know, and I'm gonna discuss this a little bit more. I'm gonna go into that. Um, number five. Number five. It's okay for your organization, your team, to see you vulnerable. It's okay for them to see you hurting. It's okay. It's okay. Because you built that organization, you built that team to be able to run without you if need be, if you need to step aside, because you've built leaders. If you built leaders, you can step aside for a little bit, go on a sabbatical or a couple of weeks vacation or just some time out, and everything runs smoothly because you got people, systems in place that can sustain your leaving, right? And you have to develop teams like that. You gotta develop teams that can go on without you. If something happens to you, the team must go on. And that's where a leader have the mindset of developing leaders, not followers. You got to get to that mindset. Like my mindset is I'm developing leaders. If I go on vacation, I always say this. If I go on vacation and the client like, wow, everything's running smoothly, even without him, we don't need him. That's fantastic. I've done my job. I can move on and go into a bigger and better project because I've always done that. Go on to bigger and better, and so will you. You know, so I don't worry about things like that. You know, number 6. Here's how you share your pain. When you share your pain as a leader, you don't want to just, come out with all the hurt and pain and just dump it on your team. I mean, even though they're begging for it, right? Because they're curious as to what's wrong, what's going on with you. You don't want to do that. You don't want to share too many details. You want to just give them just enough for them to understand that you're hurting, that you're human. And you also want to let them know that you have a support system that you did divulge all of the details to, and they're supporting you through this. That way your team feels that you're going to be okay. You're just going through something. Because it's all about your team. It's all about your family. It's all about that little league. It's all about them. But at the same time, it's about you too. It's about you getting the help and the support that you need to grow from this. Right? So you don't want to give out too much information. You don't want to go into all the details. I know people are curious and they're going to be asking everything. You don't want to go through that. You want to just give them enough to know that, hey, here's what I'm feeling, but I'm here because I have a support system that's supporting me, and I'm still in the game. I'm still in the game. And you want them to feel that. All right. Number 7. You always want to Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Don't try and hide it from your team. You want to tell them the truth, what's going on in your life. The reason why you want to tell the truth is because, and I count trying to hide it as not telling the truth. So if you try to hide it, so people know you. People know who you are. People know how you are, and when you even if it's on Zoom or even if it's on WebEx, people know you. So they can feel a shift in your energy when you don't come through how you normally come through. And they're going to be wondering. And you don't want them to wonder, because what happens is that rumors start. You tell one person something, and next thing you know, by the time it gets to the, we've all went through this little scenario in college. By the time you tell the second or third person, the story has changed, and when it comes back to you, it's a whole totally different story. So you don't want that to happen. So you want to always tell people the truth, because you always want people to know that you are the type of leader that can be vulnerable, that can be real. We talk about keeping it 100. We're talking about keeping it real. That's how you keep it real. You let people know you. You let people know when you're hurting. You let people know when you're excited. You let people know when you're happy. You let people know you, who you are as a leader, a real person, not this, oh, I know everything and I can handle everything. I'm strong and nothing, I'm invincible. Nothing phases me. I have all the answers. I'm the great Oz. Nah. You want people to know, hey, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I'm just placed in this position to lead this team. Just like you will be in a position to lead your team, or you're a leader with your family, or you're a leader in your ministry, or you're a leader in your business pursuits. We're all leaders. We're all human. It's one big family. When you think about how you want that family to look, that supports you, whether it's in your whether it's your with your family at home, or your family organization, or the family in your entrepreneurial pursuits, those people that you have working for you, you got to think about, what values do I want them to have? How do I want them to see me as their leaders? How do I want them to see each other? What are the type of things, what are the type of relationships that I want to build with these people? What type of relationships that I want to build with them? You got to think about all the time. That's how you build a culture. What's the vision? What's their vision for their future? What are their goals? And so when I think about things like that, when I think about the culture that I've built for my team at work, it gives me strength to come on day 1, come on day 2, come on day 3, because I know I'm going to be supported. I know that even though they understand that I'm going through something, it's okay. They're still with me. They're still supporting me. Everyone is a leader in their own right. They're getting their job done. And so it takes a lot of weight off me. Every now and then I get a text, hey, how's your mom? I get an email, hey, your mom doing okay? I'm just checking in, or someone sends me something through the mail, some a card or something. Hey, this is for your mom, because that's the type of culture that I built around myself. And so that's how I get through it. That's how you lead through pain. Hey, I know that was kind of heavy, but if you want to see more leadership tips like this that could take your leadership to the next level, click on this video right here, right next to me. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.